agreed on roadmap to exist. Welcome back. President Fattah al-Sisi held a meeting on Wednesday with Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Minister of Housing and Urban Communities, Dr. Asim Al-Ghazzar. The meeting tackled the national projects of Ministry of Housing across Egypt, especially regarding the new administrative capital, the new cities, as well as road and facilities. And during the meeting, President al-Sisi gave his directives to the cabinet to begin actual relocation to the governmental district on the new administrative capital starting next December to begin an experimental period for 6 months. The meeting also discussed the ongoing preparations of headquarters and establishments of the governmental districts. The president also reviewed the project of Al-Tagalli Al-Azam in Sinai, giving his directives to take care of all details of the project in line with the holiness of the site. President al-Sisi was also briefed during the meeting on the outcomes of the Prime Minister's visit to Dubai. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has followed up preparations to host the 21st Summit of the Head of State and Governments of the Common Markets in Eastern and South Africa, COMESA, which is slated for the 23rd of November in the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh. More details in the following report.
Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli said President al-Sisi had given his directives to enhance and develop the regional integration as well as consolidating trade ties between Egypt and member states of the Common Markets for Eastern and South Africa, COMESA. This came during his meeting with a number of ministers and senior state officials to follow up preparations to host the 21st Summit of the Heads of State and Governments of COMESA, which is slated for the 23rd of November in the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh. Madbouli asserted that Egypt's hosting of the summit reflects its fixed faith and its abiding by the enhancement of the common action to increase the economic growth in addition to confronting all obstacles that hinder free trade among COMESA states, plus dealing with challenges resulted in the coronavirus pandemic. He gave his instructions to all concerned authorities to exert utmost efforts to guarantee the success of this summit. The Prime Minister stressed the significance of Egypt's expected chairmanship of COMESA, as it will be handed over the presidency in the upcoming summit after 20 years since its latest chairmanship in 2001. Premier Madbouli noted that Egypt had actively contributed in consolidating the economic and trade cooperation among COMESA member states. He reiterated that Egypt is keen to prop up trade ties with African states, especially that regional cooperation through trade blocs have become one of the most important mechanisms to achieve development.
Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri meets with UN Special Coordinator for the Middle East peace process on Thursday. The meeting tackles the latest developments in the Palestinian cause and means to push forward peace talks between the Palestinians and Israelis. It also probes Egypt's exerted efforts to resume the stalled peace negotiations. The Egyptian embassy in Addis Ababa has called on Egyptian expats to remain vigilant after a state of emergency was declared across Ethiopia. In a statement, the embassy urged all expats to adhere to all measures and instructions issued by the Ethiopian authorities and keep movement to a minimum while ensuring that they always carry their identification documents. The embassy also advised against going to large gatherings and remote areas. Egypt's embassy has set up a hotline for its expats to reach out in case of emergency. The U.S. Embassy in Addis Ababa has authorized the departure of non-emergency government staff and family members because of the armed conflict in Ethiopia. The step came after Washington said it was gravely concerned about the escalating violence there. On Tuesday, the Ethiopian government declared the state of emergency after Tigray rebels seized two crucial towns in an apparent push towards the capital. Egypt reported on Wednesday 951 new corona infections, bringing the total number of cases to 333,840 people since the outbreak hit the country in mid-February of last year. The Health Ministry also reported 63 new deaths, bringing the total number of fatalities to 18,832. The ministry added that 739 patients were discharged from hospitals, increasing the number of those who had recovered to 280,562 people. Head of the World Health Organization Europe warned on Thursday